Hey guys, this is Wes and welcome to your 17th Java tutorial. Today we're going to go over the random number generator, and we were going to do the project of the rock, paper, scissors, but since I haven't gone over the random number generator, and that's a big part of the rock, paper, scissors project, and that was already going to be long as it is, I decided to make a separate video on how to utilize that class. So first of all, we're just going to delete all this, and we gotta import it. So import java.util, and if I haven't already showed you this, the java.util package, if you just don't type anything else, if you just type exactly what I type, you can see, if you scroll through this box right here, all the classes and interfaces within the java.util package. I'll show you the scanner. It's right here, if you can see it. I can't, yeah, it's right here. And it tells you exactly what it does down here, and all that stuff. We're actually going to use random, and these are all the different ones. And then within scanner and within random, there's tons of methods within those classes, and there's a whole bunch of other different packages and stuff other than java.util with many different classes and interfaces that have many different methods, and it's just a whole bunch of pre-written classes and interfaces and methods that can help you along. I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I thought that was some good info that you guys would need. So we're just going to put random, not all capital letters, random. And just like anything else, if we want to use it, we gotta create an object of that. So we are going to do it just like anywhere else. The name of the class, we're going to call it myrand is equal, actually we'll just call it, to simplify this, we are probably just going to call it, yeah, we'll call it myrand. That'll work. Equals new random. So we're going to create a variable that can store what the random generator generates. So we'll just make it simple, and we'll call it Wes as the variable is equal to myrand, which is referring to the random class dot, and these are all the different methods within inside of the random class. We're going to use nextInt, and if you look down here, it returns basically it returns a random number between the set of parameters that you give it. You can read that, but I mean, like, unless you have a PhD in Java, I mean, it's gonna kind of not make sense to people who are just getting into, you know, Java programming. So just take my word for it. The nextInt method returns a random number between 0 and 3 if we put 4. The way that works is computers start counting from 0, so there's 4 values that it's going to do. It's going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, which are the 4 values that it's going to pick between. So if we just did system.out.println, we can just say, well, we're not doing a string. We'll just print the variable Wes. So if we save this and ran it, it picked 1. We could do 100, file, save, run. It picked 78. Now, if we did something cool with that, if we say we put it in a while loop, since we learned while loops, and I'm not going to go and teach you 2 things in one video, like do a for loop, but we could do while x x is less than 30, we need to actually declare a variable and initialize it. So we'll say int x is equal to 0, or equals 0. We will then copy and paste this into here, or cut it since we don't want multiple. That was a terrible job. Cut, paste. Okay. And since we don't want an infinite while loop of random numbers between 0 and 99, we're going to say x plus plus. So if we file, saved, ran this, it did 30 numbers, 69, 88, 1, 3, 30. It did all these numbers. I'm not going to count or tell you all of them. Say we did like 3. So between 0 and 2, file, save, run. You're going to see there's a bunch of zeros in here. And if we don't want a 0 value, we can just come up here and say 1 plus myran.nextInt, which is 3, which is all it's going to do is it's going to add 1 to whatever value that it randomly picks, or whatever integer that it randomly picks. So if it picks 0, it's going to add 1 to it. If it picks 2, it's going to add 1 to it. So it's going to be values between 1 and 3 instead of values between 0 and 2. So it essentially just shifted all the random values up 1. So if we ran this, file, save, run, there will be no zeros. It's all 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. So that's going to be a quick introduction to the random number generator. You can play around with this and have a lot of fun with it, which I highly recommend in order to get better at programming. But I decided to show you this in a separate video than to try to show you this in the project, which is already going to be really long. It would just be like a 30-minute video, and nobody has time for that. So I decided to make a separate video. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and the next video will be the project. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a rock, paper, scissors project. So I will see you guys then.